Aaron pass by Domiciano, picked off by Madrigal. Madrigal on the run. Madrigal is in on goal. Can Madrigal finish? Poetry in motion for Alvaro Madrigal. Here is Perez. Prigodovsky back to Perez. Perez splits a couple defenders with a pass into Madrigal. Madrigal hits the deck. Madrigal gets back up. Gets it over to the right to Gooden. Gooden with the cross. Sampson is there with the head. Grant Sampson with the forehead to the bottom left corner. 1-0 LMU. Perez picks this one away. Perez is on goal all alone against Espinoza. And there it is for Adrian Perez. Stop me once, stop me twice, stop me 3 times. You will not stop me a 4th time, says Adrian Perez. Velasco with the right hand. The scoop shot off the window and good for Velasco. And it's 3-2 LMU on top. Lopez Wood, Brie Alford, back out to Lopez Wood. In for the backdoor cutting, Sophie Taylor, who lays it up and in. An easy deuce for Sophie Taylor. And it's 5-2 Lions. And here's Mackenzie Cast. Cast for the long 3. Yes! Mackenzie Cast knocks it down. From 80th Street, she pulled up from a distance, folks. This one's taken away by NK Lang. So now the Lions have the basketball, Portland being loose with the basketball. Here's Wallace, the floater with the right hand. What a shot by Wallace. She's putting together quite the freshman highlight reel. And it's taken away by Cheyenne Wallace. The pass all the way down the court for Alford. Alford is smart, though. She'll pull it back and not force anything. Here is Andy Velasco. Velasco uses the ball screen over to the left for Lopez Wood, who uses a ball screen for herself. Wallace was left wide open, and Wallace buries the 3. You cannot leave Cheyenne Wallace wide open from there. She's got 17 now. Actually, at this point, arguably the best player for LMU women's basketball as a freshman. Trapped, but handed it to Deanna Johnson. Johnson in the lane. Johnson going to work on Waters. Has to kick it. Lopez Wood uses a ball screen. Waters is guarding her. She was triple teamed. Kicks it to Deanna Johnson. Johnson, the floater in the lane, gets the friendly roll. 5-2 LMU. And Velasco will have it now across the timeline. She outlets it to Deanna Johnson. That pass was almost picked away. The kick, Velasco for 3. She knocks it down. Velasco hits it from the top of the key. And 2 weeks ago, LMU notched its 4th highest point total in school history after they crushed UC Irvine by 45 points. That was a 95-50 showing. Velasco for 3. Bianca Velasco hits from the left wing. Harvey bricks it off the leg of Cass, and it's picked up by Aminetti. Aminetti has it at the free throw line. She backs it out, being hounded by Ellison, who tried to steal it back. But Aminetti, the seasoned veteran, knows to quit while she's ahead and to back it out and run the offense. Here is Wallace. Aminetti. Lopez Wood. Wallace. Wallace. The left hand from Wallace, and it's good. What a move from Cheyenne Wallace. Andy Velasco to inbound. Throws it all the way up top to her sister Bianca. Back up top with Andy now. Andy Velasco averaging 4.5 points per game. Has 27 assists. You can't start a fire without Wood, folks. Leslie Lopez Wood, quick to hit from the right wing from downtown. 7-2, Lions on top by 5 early on. The Aztecs, who are 3-5 now, escaped with a 67-65 nail biter. That was at Cal State Northridge. That's their most recent game. That was on Monday. They were led by sophomore Lexi Thorderson. Hit the go-ahead bucket on a 3-ball, and that was with 9.4 seconds left in the game. It was good enough to come away with the victory. This is going to be a turnover for San Diego State. Ariel Bostic, who you see now on the court, came up with a crucial steal to seal that game. And 2 weeks ago, LMU notched its 4th highest point total in school history after they crushed UC Irvine by 45 points. That was a 95-50 showing. Velasco for 3. Bianca Velasco hits from the left wing. And it's a hot start for LMU. 10-2 is the score. The Lions now 2 for 4 to start this off from downtown. It's a man-to-man defense shown by LMU. Here's Bostic driving left side. Bostic through the baseline. She kicked it out, but a traveling violation on Harvey. And entering the game for San Diego State is Lexi Thorderson, who we just mentioned had an impactful performance in the win over Northridge, which was a come-from-behind victory for San Diego State. And San Diego State, it should be noted, has won 3 of their last 4 games, including a win against a Big Ten opponent in Wisconsin. That was at home in their San Diego State Thanksgiving Classic, which they won, beating North Dakota State and the Badgers. Here's Velasco. She turns this one over. It's with Ariel Bostic. Bostic, left foul line extended, drives on Velasco. Now the dish, no good off the back iron, but a blocking foul on Bri Alford as Deidre Smith was too much to handle with all the momentum, gathering the dish from the high post all the way down to the rack. She's going to get to shoot 2. 10-2 is the score still in favor of LMU. 6:02 remaining in the first period. San Diego State is 76-64 overall against current members of the West Coast Conference, but 29 of those defeats came against BYU. BYU, a West Coast Conference opponent, used to be in the Mountain West for quite some time, and the Aztecs and the Cougars were rivals for a while. And really, the last time the Aztecs faced a WCC team other than the University of San Diego was in 2012 when they dropped a heartbreaking loss to Portland in the finals of the Rainbow Wahine Classic. And you should be familiar with the Rainbow Wahine Classic because that's the classic that LMU played in at the beginning of this year in Hawaii, where they gathered their first victory, which was against a Nevada Wolfpack team. It is 10-4. Free throws converted on by Smith for San Diego State. With the basketball is Gina Gomez. Gomez, right foul line extended, backs it out to the right wing. Thorderson, Fort, Mackenzie Fort, the dish. Taken away, that was poked away by Andy Velasco. Here's Lopez Wood in transition. Lopez Wood off the glass and in. Thanks to an outlet pass from Cheyenne Wallace, who came away with the basketball and quickly found Lopez Wood streaking down, running what looked like the old-fashioned LMU system there. Here's Deidre Smith in the high post, kicks it up to the right wing. Ariel Bostic, the kick for Smith. Long-range jumper was no good. Rebound pulled down by Sophie Taylor. Here's Andy Velasco. Velasco guarded by Gomez. Velasco, the kick to Wallace. Wallace, the dribble drive. The left hand was a dish to Bri Alford, and it's off Alford's hands on the baseline. She wanted to foul us. She felt she was obstructed with trying to gather that pass. She might have been, but it's 12-4. Lions take the lead into the first timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. But the Lions shooting 57%, a hot 4 for 7 to start this one off against the Aztecs. 12-4. We'll be right back. You're tuning in to LMU Women's Basketball on the LMU Sports Network on LMULions.com, powered now by the W.TV.